Hey everybody, welcome back. James here again with you. You have to excuse me in this video. I'm a little under the weather, but I wanted to make it and might help some of you out. So in today's video, the test air rifle will be the Beeman QB Chief 22 caliber, and the range I'll be shooting at is 23 yards or 20.5 meters, which is also the FX standard factory test when they test their barrels. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to see if pellet gauging actually works. So instead of buying one, I made some at work with a laser, cut them out of polycarbonate Lexan, or also known as plexiglass, and different sizes, so 5.52 millimeters and 5.51 millimeters, as you can see. Now with the Beeman QB Chief, I usually shoot the JSB 1589s in it, which are 5.52 head size. That's why I went with those numbers, and it shoots those pellets extremely well. But I wanted to test to see what it would actually do with the Crosman Premier Hollow Point 14.3 grain pellets, which are probably one of the most inexpensive and readily available pellets out there on the market currently. So I went ahead and pushed a pellet through the barrel, which is a micro groove barrel, 18-inch twist, so one revolution is 18 inches of twist, and that's why the 15.89 grain JSB works so well, and they're 5.52 head size, and they're a softer pellet versus the Crosman Premier pellets, which are made with antimony, and they're harder pellets. I didn't do any type of tuning, no lubrication, no anything of that in this video, but I did sort the pellets into two different categories, whether they were 5.52 or 5.51 head sized, and shot at 20.5 meters or 23 yards. And I did the shooting at the 1800 psi mark on this gun, since it's unregulated and it's got a mild choke, which I pushed the pellet through there, and it ended up being 5.49 millimeter. So with that diameter, that's why the JSB shoots so well, because they're 5.52, which is 1/1000th of an inch over the bore diameter. So after sorting some of the pellets into those categories, I did some shooting on film at that PSI, which was 1800 PSI at the power curve, shooting about 6 pellets or so. So let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see here, pellets on this target here, this bullseye, this is from the 5.52 head sized, and this is from the 5.51 head sized. Now if you notice these flyers here, these flyers aren't happening because of the pellets, they're happening because of something else. I have figured out in rimfire and air rifles that flyers happen because of sealing. What I mean by that is either the pellet didn't seal properly, or something happened with the O-ring on the bolt probe. So what I did was I actually replaced my bolt probe and reshot again at the same power curve. As you can see here. So here's the 5.52 head-sized gauged pellets. Crossman Premier haul points at 23 yards or 20.5 meters. And here's the same pellets but 5.51 head-sized. And you can see I had one low shot here, and that was probably because of seasoning the bore to that actual head size. And this group is insanely tight. It's actually 7 millimeters all the way around, outside. So the reason why I chose this gun is because it's unchoked, to show you whether or not it would be actual beneficial. And you could test that out by, again, like I said, pushing a pellet through the bore and measuring it with some type of caliper or micrometer. And pellet gauging, they make, there's an actual brand called Pellet Gauge, but I didn't feel like spending the money, so I just made my own for free. And it doesn't have to be this style. I mean, you can measure your pellets by hand with something like this, which is just a digital caliper or a micrometer. But other than that, I mean, as you could tell, it seems like it matters on target, and especially for a gun that is unchoked. I might do the test again. Might be a part 2 with the Gauntlet, which has a choke in it, a really aggressive choke, and it's standard rifling, not micro groove like this Beeman Chief is. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, sorry I'm under the weather, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you got something out of it, whether you might think that pellet gauging might help you or be beneficial to your gun. I know some guys do it, some guys sort by different things, some people wash their pellets, which might be another video. But there's all kinds of ways to sort a pellet by weight, wash them, lube them, pellet gauge them. So in this video, the pellet gauging actually worked for this gun. And it might not work for all guns, because like I said, if I do a part 2 with the Umarex Gauntlet, it might not matter, because the choke being so aggressive, it forces the pellets to the same size no matter what. Whereas this one has a 5.49 bore size, and if anything's a little less or more than that, it seems to make a big difference downrange, especially at close range, as you can see here. This group over here has a big vertical spread, probably about 1 inch actually. Let me show you here. So I guess I could cover the 5.52 head size Crossman Premier with a 1/4, barely. But all those shots right there, besides the first one of the group here, probably because it's seasoning the bore to those pellets and cleaning out what was left of these in that power curve, I can easily cover those shots with a dime. And it's actually less than half of a dime, 7 millimeters outside group, which is insane, because FX's standard test is 5.5 millimeters to 7.5 millimeters outside at the distance I was shooting with my bags and rest outside, and they do that testing inside in an enclosed environment and controlled environment. So as always, guys, I hope this video helped you out as much as possible, whether to or not to look into pellet gauging, because it, you know, measures the head size. You can do skirt size, all that stuff. You can do whatever you want. That's the cool thing about air gunning is, you know, find your own and make your own way. And I just want to share this video with you guys, and I hope you get something out of it. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.